Hey all, 118 Seth Shadow here. BCS season continues, as well as various other events that are going on right now. In my case, I came back from a Yume no Kesho tournament yesterday. I ended up taking Kyoka, but unfortunately I lost in the last round, so I did walk away with the promo. It is a participation prize, but unfortunately I didn't win the mat. I just fell one game short. Well, that is the one downside, I think, when it comes to some of these new tournaments, especially between like Vanguard Day, the Constructed Cup, and all, is that there's no consolation prizes anymore except for the participation prizes. You have to actually win in order to get the big prize. There are some with raffles, of course. The Constructed Cup from set 3, for instance, had 2 mats where one was raffled off, but most of the other tournaments don't have that sort of system. Well, with that said, let's go ahead and get into today's market watch. We're seeing a lot more gains on the market, particularly starting off with something like Forbidal Surrogate, where the market price history has been on the decline, but base listings have been rising. This card is in serious need of a reprint given its last printing was in 2023's Festival Booster, and the lowest listing right now is $70. The thing about Forbidal Surrogate is that in BCS format, it has playability in both standard and in premium as well. So there's more value in playing this for both, which gives it more playability in a competitive format. We've been seeing a pickup in sales of this card, and the last sale was actually at $65. When it comes to available listings right now, not that many between the 4 listings, and it goes from $70 to $90 when you consider excess shipping prices as well. Another one that really needs a reprint from 2023 is Crossing Your Lumo Rays, which is Willista's combined True Heart Ruby Everlasting Sapphire order. Now, this card gets played a lot, especially with the Yume no Kesho Cup, and with future Yume no Kesho Cups coming up as well. This card will probably stay up in value for quite some time until we get a reprint of it. It's $35 right now and 3 listings overall. The last sale, it did actually sell at $35. And while it's been overall sparse, the number of sales is about 5 daily if it sells on a daily basis. $35 to $50 for what's available on it. And if you are wondering as to why I would say this card will get played pretty often, you have to remember that the Willista ride line is not specific to just Willista. Kairi plays it sometimes, and then you have a bunch of other decks that just play the Willista ride line for the engine to be able to draw a lot of cards early, which gives this card a whole lot more generic playability. There was an announcement for Nao Inabe getting the Lunar New Year of the Snake promo in 2025. We've heard that it's going to be coming as part of an event, so I wanted to take a look back at the Tomari Seto one that we got back in this year, earlier in this year. It came late, but it was supposed to be a participation promo for a specific month as long as you just participated in locals. This one is currently available for as low as 50 cents, but it has a market price of about 70 cents right now, and most listings are currently available for about $1. They're consolidated around $1 for the most part. So depending on how the Nao Inabe one is distributed, I can't imagine it'll be that much more than Tomari Seto's anyway. We saw the same kind of thing happen with the energy marker from Fated Clash, where Nao's ended up going to about $4 for a little while, but it's already dropped back off to about 50 cents as well. Then we also saw Michiru came back in DivineZ. So I wanted to take a look at some of Drajul's support cards, starting with Imposa, which is one of the restanders of the deck. There are 2 cheaper listings of this one from Triple Drive and the original promo that came out. I mean, the original promo used to be pretty expensive given it was the only way you could pick it up. but you can pick them up for $1 to $2 at this point. And there's an FFR with 11 listings also from Triple Drive that starts at $14 but has a market price of $17. There's also Rockagore, which comes out of set 7 and Triple Drive. The biggest things to pick up if you're looking for high rarity, you either pick up the Secret Rare from Triple Drive, which is about $75 right now, or the FFR from set 7, which is around $47. But the FFR has not been selling recently at all, whereas the Secret Rare from Triple Drive has had recent sales, giving it a market price of about $58. If you just want to go low rarity, the card is available for around $3 right now. You've also got Noctiruzo from set 13, and I will warn you right now, set 13 is getting a lot of attention. A lot. Mainly because of these stride and ride fodders like Noctiruzo, mainly because of Harry and Night Rose, and thanks to Night Rose, the Stoichia triple rares are also getting a lot of attention in here, which also will drive prices up for a few other cards as they continue to see play, because players are actually trying to pick up more of these boxes recently. But Noctiruzo's currently at $30 for its base price with 14 listings. It's been selling a bit more sparsely than it was in the past, and right now there's no real consolidation on the first page. It's mostly a bunch of $30 to $33 copies, and then it just eventually picks up even further. One of the other examples of a card that's moving from set 13 is Bard of Brave Instrument Corino, which is a big support card for Youthberg. Currently there are 8 listings of this, so there are less than 10 listings available on this card now. $375 is the lowest price, and it seems sales have been picking up recently. We're starting to see around 10 copies or more being sold in the last few weeks each day. And in terms of consolidation of this card, no serious consolidation, and most of the copies that are available are $5 now. Olperius, which is the Lyrical Cat, is also moving up in value right now and is down to 5 listings. Market price is currently around $17, with the most recent sale on it being $17.50, and heavier consolidation around the $20 mark, but the highest price available is currently $23. If you're looking to pick this one up, it's probably best to do so now that we have more lyrical or Yume Kesho Cups getting announced for the next few months. Well, you'll have to watch out, given that this card could see play in a few different decks. The World Origin that also comes out of Trick or Trick, it's a perfect card called Dreamy Cafe Reptilis, is also moving up in price, which I'm not really sure why outside of the fact that, well, you only get it over here. So, yeah, this is the only part of the world that you can get it in, and therefore, I guess if there are others in foreign countries that are looking for it, they would have to get it from the English market. 11 listings on this one, and it has been picking up in recent weeks. We've been seeing about 5 to even 7 copies sell per day versus, it was still around 5 copies per day, but we didn't see it sell as consistently. So I'm not really sure why it's selling other than the idea of just it being collectible. There are lots of copies around $10 right now, and it eventually moves up to $15 when it comes to the first page. If you're looking to build Herminia herself is not too difficult to pick up on the low end. It's about $1, maybe a little bit higher, to pick up either the Trick or Trick version or the original from set 2. Honestly, I don't think you really need the original, but it might be nice to have just as an extra for using Herminia's skill at the beginning for standing 2 units. You also have the 2 LSRs. The newer one from Trick or Trick is about $158 with 5 listings. The original from set 1 is $240 with only 1 listing at this point. Snowskip Palvi, which is the effect front trigger for Lyrical Monasterio, has a low price of $4 right now, but a low market price of $5. And when it comes to the other copies, besides the high rarities, Most of them are currently listed closer to $10, and their market prices are also closer to $10. However, there are lots of listings available on all of them except for the 2023 booster one, which has the lowest amount of listings, but it's still 9 listings overall. The one that's cheapest at this point is the most recent one from Sparkling Stars, despite the fact that this one is a foil reprint like Festival 2023 was. So in terms of high rarity reprints, those two should be the most expensive based off that, but Sparkling Stars is the newest one as well. If you want the original LSR from set 2, that's $250 to pick up right now. Forward and Reprints, which is the Dragon Empire Dark States Dual Nation, is still up there in price and does not have that many copies that are under $50 at this point. The last sale on this one was $50, although we have seen a drop off in the number of sales while we've been seeing an increase in the overall market price, meaning that even at higher valuations, this card is still getting bought. So consolidation of the card is at $50 right now. There are 2 pages worth of this card, so at the very least, I can't imagine it falling much lower than 45, but with 14 listings, I can't imagine it getting much higher unless we get some bombshell support that will play it. Hokusai and Remorid, which is the cheapest of the dual nations, Stoichia and Dragon Empire, is still selling pretty consistently around $9-10 right now. We've seen more of a drop-off in the number of sales, but it is at least selling on a pretty consistent basis with only 1 or 2 gaps. Lowest listing again is around $9, and there are lots of copies available there, so not too difficult to pick up. Sages, which was originally from 2023, got reprinted in Festival 2024, but sale rates, well, less of sales rates given we're looking at the overview, but pricing is currently as low as 16, which this card was as low as, I think it was as low as 12 when Festival 2024 came out, but mostly stayed around the $15 range. It's still kind of staying around there for the reprint, but if you have the original, that's currently closer to $20. And if you want the FFR, $122 is the current base price. Overall, we've been seeing a bit of a drop-off in Cater Sanctuary support. A lot of it is still holding in decent value, but other stuff has actually been dropping, including a number of the generics. And our last card for today is Idiospharo, which is the blue overtrigger. Even though this got reprinted in DivineZ Set 1, the number of listings has really dropped down and is now $20 to pick up for that reprint, with only 6 listings right now. If you want the original from 2023, it's 5 listings starting at $25 with a lower market price at $23. And then we haven't seen a single sale yet on the BSF 2024 winter promo, which is currently at $800. Idiospharo is still the most popular of the different overtriggers that you can play, given that it is a generic that you can play in any nation, and being an extra crit plus a pickup from your drop just makes it a great advantage card on top of that. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys later.